come to a point to understand how to behave when so much of the information you're going through you have to keep filtering. And what I'm referring to is questions like coming to this knowledge with the scars of experiencing the system, coming to this knowledge with anger, or even coming to this knowledge with a degree of cynicism. Now, I understand what it's like I don't understand, by the way, what it's like to have your children taken from you, as a number of you have had. I can't pretend to understand what it's like to lose a home after 20 years, or to be tracked like some wounded animal because there are warrants out for your arrest. I do, however, understand some of the psychology that they have put us through to put us into this, and I use the word with the greatest respect, this mindset of victim. Now, what I mean by mindset of victim, I mean is that we approach things from the perspective of our own sanity in deflecting anything that may be too abrasive to us. And so what we develop is we develop a thick skin, and a number of us in that process also develop a healthy cynicism in the way we approach things. Now, Eucadia is an open model. Eucadia is a structure, and as I've said in previous calls, and I explain again tonight, what is being worked on at the moment is a set of deeds and trusts that will convey rights and reconvey rights from the highest covenant down to local communities so that men and women can join together and reclaim their rights lawfully that have been taken from them. There is no assumed leadership that are arbitrarily judging you or making comments on you. If you use a service like the University of Eucadia, and because of just naturally how you have come to be, and you are deliberately disruptive, or you are deliberately aggressive towards others, then those behaviours are inexcusable by any means. They're not behaviours of honour, and they're not behaviours of a competent. I understand them, but if you find that you are held to account for that, please don't think that this is Eucadia being, or anyone in Eucadia being, a dictator. Instead, what I'd like to do is see that anyone that is angry or feels that they're not being expressed, that we can help everybody in the context that I'm here for 1 year. And by the end of this year, all of Eucadia will be conveyed to you. Now, I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I continue to make mistakes. But I want to be absolutely clear for everyone listening to the call, and in particular, I'm talking to those tonight that have found themselves maybe booted off the Eucadia forum, or angry, or feeling that this is some kind of dictatorship because they want to tell people to go to hell, and that why can't they do that in a free forum? The answer is, if you behave badly, then you hurt and impede other people's learning process. And because of that bad behaviour, you may find yourself being taken off that. But in no way does that reflect that you are somehow isolated from this knowledge. It's not. So please, over time, there will be articles about the concept of victim mind and how to get through that, or the concept of angry mind, or even parasite mind, where we say, hell with the world, I'm going to blow the whole world up. I really want to show and share that with you, because everyone deserves an opportunity and everyone deserves to be heard. Now, as far as FAQ questions go, and I want to cover some things which are on the site, and most of this will actually be on updates to the site. So ONE-Heaven, One-Heaven is the site that I'm going to ask you to go and have a look at. And before we get into updates on EDP, I just want to show you one section on FAQ, particularly when people are telling porky pies lies about Eucadia. When you go onto the home page of one-heaven.org and you get to home, have a look under FAQ, which is on the primary navigation at the top. When you click on that, make sure you refresh the page, and at the top you'll see two links. For frequently asked questions, click here, and then for the 20 biggest lies against One Heaven Ucadia, click here. Now I'm going to click on the 20 biggest lies against One Heaven Ucadia just for the moment. And I'm not going to spend a long time on this, but I just want to show you this because you will encounter, and it's a natural fact, you will encounter people that for whatever reason, whether they are angry, whether they're unable to see things for what they are, that just throw things at you, either debate you, sap your energy, or just because they're being defensive. Please have a look at these. Have a look at these most common lies and have a look at how the responses might happen. So, for example, the top one is, Ucadia is a cult. Well, you know, the first thing I'd say if you hear someone say this is say, well, what do you mean by a cult? And of course, they'll be defensive or they'll say, you should know what I mean. Really, by asking someone to qualify what they mean, they then have to hold to account by what measure they think this is a cult. And under the principle that cults are there to disinform, to promote incompetence, there is no rational, logical way anyone that can consider what we're doing, which is promoting competence, as being promoting a cult. And the fact that I'm getting out of the picture in a year's time to ensure that this knowledge is free of me and ensure this knowledge is a gift free of any other entity to you, then that is a completely disingenuous throwaway line that you'll find people do. So by all means, cut and paste these.